Seldom does a hog have a distinguishing characteristic which earns him a nickname. However, this giant boar hog, he did. We could tell from this hog's conformation, from the damage he'd done, that he was indeed of Scandinavian extract, hence earning him a nickname. Sometimes things get a little bit off in translation and pronunciation. Clearly, this hog was named Big Canutes because he was Scandinavian. But if you watch him, he had earned a legendary nickname. He had been around for years. We've tried to hunt him, we've tried to trap him, all of which was unsuccessful. He has rooted food plots, he has destroyed ag fields, and he has bred other pigs to the tune that you saw in that field. 42 plus hogs in this sound. We knew Knutz and his gang could not be taken with ordinary measures. We couldn't trap him. We couldn't sit a deer stand and just hope he came back. We had to deploy our crack team of snipers, armed with thermal gear, to try to take on this menace. And even though a pig brig was set and in place, the hog man knew that the pig brig could not hold these two boar hogs in his gang. Alright, heading over to check out what I am told is two big old hogs. Somebody decided to jump the gun or take the gun instead of waiting on the pigs to get trapped. So we're fixing to check out two big hogs that Daryl and Anley have taken down. Now, you got to see the proportion of this hog. How much does that hog weigh?
Get down there by that hog, Annie.
I'm a little thick. It's probably like at least 350, maybe 4.
I would say that hog's every bit of 4.
Every bit, because I mean, I couldn't hardly flip him over.
That is a big, and you know who that is. This hog has a name. Big Knutz Johnson has met his end. He's been sighted on camera, and this is the end for Mr. Big Knutz. And his brother, who's a solid 3 bills. Alright, tell me about the hunt.
I scanned the field, 41 came out. I told Emily, I said, get your stuff ready, they're out there. She said, I just scanned the field, there's no hogs.
Well, the only question I got, where did they come from?
They came from the horseshoe.
And what's at the horseshoe?
The horseshoe is where we set up a pig brig today.
That's right. And somebody,
we hunted.
Bloodlust could not wait.
Could not wait.
Could not wait.
I knew that if we caught these in the trap, they would tear the trap to pieces.
You know,
so we came out here and we eliminated these 2 big boars.
That was darn good of y'all. And it was dang good thinking.
You're welcome.
Dang good thinking.
Well, we stood at the truck for a while, and then they just kept like racing towards that end of the field, and I was like, they must be going like across the road down there. And so we decided to get a little closer to them, and then most of them ran to that corner, and then we had these 2 big boars standing right in front of us, and we couldn't get any closer because we didn't want to get in front of them and then them run into us. So we just went ahead and took the shot since those were so far away to see what those pigs were going to do. And they went every direction you can think of. 2 ran right in front of us, probably 10 yards from us.
I tell you what, I'm glad that one didn't run at y'all like that other boar hog did.
But you think this one's big. There was one about 200 yards down there.
It's about 600 pounds.
Yeah, he was twice this size because
seriously,
in the scope. Yeah. I took a video on my scope,
but did y'all get video on the scope of the kills?
Yeah, but I definitely was not expecting these hogs to be that big, because if these are that big, There ain't no telling how big those were on the other end because they look twice as big as these.
Hogzilla. Hogzilla on the other end.
Yep.
But I'm afraid Mr. Big Knutz Johnson has met his end. The Ballard of Big Knutz, and it's over. It's a good ending for him. All right.
And a story as old as time. It wasn't the bullet that killed Mr. Big Canutes. It was beauty who killed the beast. See you next time on the Whitetail Cartel.